The art of beating your opponent so badly that everyone that sees that fight labels it as being no diffed. Now if you know what no diff means, all these fights are going to be just characters getting bodied by one person and that person just being so overpowered, it's like fighting a child to them. It's gonna be somewhat educational, but it's also going to be freaking peak, brother. Also, spoiler warning for any of these anime I'm about to cover. On to the fights! Up first, we have the father of all no diffs in anime. We have Dracula Mihawk versus Roanoa Zoro. Now, if you're not familiar with One Piece, it's basically a pirate anime about a young kid named Luffy who wants to be king of the pirates, but in order to do that, he has to find the One Piece. And in order to get the One Piece, he's gonna need a crew to help him along with all of his adventures. On his way of an adventure, going to find a crew, he runs into Zoro, who, ironically enough, actually hunts pirates. Anyway, after a couple arcs, they eventually find a couple new crewmates, and then run into this restaurant that's its own ship in the middle of the water, where they find their newest crewmate, Sanji. That part doesn't really matter. What does matter is that a fleet of pirates. You know what a fleet is? A fleet is like 20 to 30 ships, by the way. They are all running away from one guy. So while Luffy's crew is fighting this fleet that is fleeting... Ironic. The man they were running from pulls up, and it so happens to be the greatest swordsman in the world. Bro. First off, to introduce this guy, the crew that he was quote-unquote chasing after see him, and they're like, oh, what is he doing here? They proceed to fire a gun at him. Mihawk just sticks his sword in the air and slices the bullet in two. Already, just give up. Just give up at that point. What? He's slicing bullets in two with ease. And this right here is where the beginning of Zoro being a dumbass starts, okay? Basically, Zoro is talking to Mihawk, and he's like, hey, yo, you're strong, aren't you? Let's duel then. Already a stupid thing to say to him. Mihawk responds with,
you're so weak. It's pitiful. If you were a decent swordsman, you'd be able to see the disparity in our abilities before we even drew our weapons. It's either extreme courage or extreme ignorance that inspires you to fight me. Which of those would you say it is?
Bro. After that immaculate trash talking, Zoro draws his 3 swords, and then Mihawk just legit pulls out a butter knife. And then this happens.
I'm not the kind of beast who uses all his might when he's hunting down a rabbit. Unfortunately, this is the smallest blade I have on me right now.
Zoro runs in full speed while Mihawk just stands there so casually talking smack. Zoro goes in for a full strength attack and Mihawk just stands there and points his knife. Do you see Zoro's face right now? He is losing full. Oh my god. He jumps back and tries to regain. He's like, nah. That was luck. That was nothing, bro. I got him this time. I swear. I promise. And then charges up another full strength attack. Keep in mind, Zoro is going all out here. He is trying his hardest to even graze Mihawk at this point.
I didn't devote my entire life to studying swordsmanship just to be outdone by a stupid little toy knife like that.
You're certainly ferocious, I'll give you that.
And after a bunch of slashes, he just stops and goes, dude, why are you even trying? Tell me, weak one. And then does his first offensive attack, which sends Zoro flying, by the way. Then he gets up and tries again, but then Mihawk is just over it and then stabs him like it's nothing. And then basically Mihawk is like, huh? Dude, why don't you just give up? If I move back, then I won't be able to recover. Then Mihawk just goes, yeah, dude, that's what getting your ass whooped means. Bro. Then Mihawk is like, I guess I'll be nice and kind of try. Then Zoro loads up a final attack, and Mihawk just so casually draws his sword out of his back sheath. It doesn't even do a named attack, and instantly shatters 2 of the man's 3 swords. Bro. No. Then Mihawk turns around and goes in for a final blow. And then Zoro stands up and is like, yeah, man, you win, brother. And then Mihawk is like, smart man. And then cuts him down in the middle. And after Zoro drops, Mihawk says, since you know how much better than you I am, try and get stronger, okay? And then he just dips. Bro, Zoro, you got slammed. Dude! But it's okay. Later, you turn into a menace, so no spoilers, though. But if you haven't seen One Piece, I very much recommend it if you're a very diehard anime fan. But if this is your first anime, it is very, very long. However, I think it is worth the watch. It is part of the big three, so that's something. So go check it out if you feel like it. By the way, the big three is like the most popular anime of all time. To the next fight! Speaking of the big three, we're about to get in probably one of the best no diffs in anime history. And of course, I'm talking about Aizen from Bleach pretty much murking the entire Bleach cast of characters. To quickly give you a very, very brief summary of what Bleach is about, basically all the characters I'm about to talk about are Soul Reapers, or in Japanese, Shinigami. If you don't know what a Shinigami is, it's basically a death god that's like in the middle of the living world and hell. And in this verse, there are things called hollows, which basically linger on the human realm and feed off negative emotions. And the Soul Reaper's job is to get rid of them. That's the whole point of them. Anyway, basically to catch up to speed on what's happening, the main character Ichigo is basically running a gauntlet through the whole Soul Reaper city. He makes his way up the power ladder. He goes from fighting a guard to a lieutenant to a vice captain to eventually beating a captain, which makes no sense. And then he beats a high-end captain. So you know he's really strong at this point. And immediately after this fight is over, Aizen decides to pull up. And then they immediately try jumping him. Which, by the way, you cannot jump this man at all. So Ichigo charges up and he starts sprinting at Aizen. Main theme song playing, charging up his final attack. He goes in for the swing and then Aizen just grabbed the sword with one finger and ended the theme song. And then by putting his finger down, completely annihilates Ichigo. Dude. After that, Aizen just dips and says, "I'll be back. Be strong so we can have some more fun, huh?" So then we skip a couple arcs, and then Aizen has an army and basically drops into the living realm. Now it's just the strongest Soul Reapers versus the strongest of Aizen's army. Then Aizen decided, fine, I'll do it myself. As he says that, Ichigo pops out right behind him through a portal out of nowhere, jumps back into the scene, just flailing and shooting everything he has Aizen. Aizen appears out of nowhere, and Aizen just looks at him and goes, "You done yet?" And then proceeds to tell him exactly what Ichigo is thinking and how he could have done better. And then he tells him,
Attack me. Take your best shot. It'll only prove to you how arrogant you've become.
Bro, if somebody tells me to attack him with my strongest shot, I'm quit. I am gone. We're done. So Ichigo just puts on his power-up mask that he learned and tries again.
What's wrong? You can attack me all you like, but your efforts will be meaningless. I guess I'll have to explain it to you in much simpler terms. Your blade cannot touch me.
Aizen just dodges over and over and over, making Ichigo question how strong he is, or even how strong Aizen is. And Aizen says, "You're probably thinking I'm using my ability, but actually, this is just my basic strength."
See? I can reach out and touch your heart without even breaking a sweat.
What are you even supposed to do when someone tells you that? And then Aizen goes, "Dude, why are you even fighting me? You literally are here for no reason," which just shakes Ichigo to his core. But then the rest of the fighters come in and start huddling around him and giving him a group therapy session, talking about, "Nah, man, don't listen to him. You're like that, bro. Just freak game, bro. We got it, dude. We got it." Then proceed to make the biggest mistake of their life. They then try to jump him, but he sweeps in at Aizen. Nasty ass grin on his face, without even looking over, blocks the other dude and tells him, "I praise you for not trying to run the ones with me." Then the boy tries to sneak him and just dodges casually. Then while dodging him, the other dude tries to get him and he dodges and appears and says, "Why are you so confident?" Then mid-sentence, Buddy tries to cut him off and he teleports behind him and says, "How rude, I wasn't done talking." Then the boy goes Bankai. I forgot to mention Bankai is their full power unleashed. They're like, "Ah, man." Then they started jumping with 3 dudes dudes, they look like they hit him, but then he just shrugs it off and says, you basically have no shot of beating me. Then the other two dudes join in. One catches his sword, and the other tries sneaking him with his sword tangled. But then Aizen just moves and blocks it like it's nothing to him at all. And this idiot proceeds to say, don't worry, I've got him. Are you dumb? Then he proceeds to block another guy like nothing while being wrapped around by the other guy's sword. Then breaks the dog dude's sword. Then the girl over here is like, oh damn, we didn't even do anything. Then Aizen goes,
You really thought because you had me outnumbered you could crush me? Think again. I will teach you. Here's what power is.
Then Aizen starts putting in work. He goes, here's an example. One shots dog dude in Bankai. Then this dude tries to sneak him. He catches his blade, then one shots him. Then uses that blade to catch another dude. Pulls him in. Boom. One shot. Done. Girl tries to sneak him. Dodges. Breaks her blade. Boom, one shot her. Then this dumbass pulls up and he's like, bro, you want some? I thought you were Stealth Force. Kinda dumb for you to fight me head on, ain't it? And she activates Shadow Clone Jutsu, dashes towards him, then he gets frozen. He's like, bruh. She then uses her final attack thinking she got him. Then he goes, girl, I can just overpower your ability with just my willpower. Bro. What? Then out of the shadows, he gets stabbed, and then you as the audience is like, they actually got him, and then gets stabbed again by the boy. And everybody is cheering like, oh, we finally got him, let's go. Then they all focus in and look at what they did, and Brody was not there. He just switched places with a random chick that they were protecting, and then he proceeds to one-shot these randos just because he can. And they're like, how? No, why didn't you use her ability? And then he says,
Suigetsu's power is complete hypnosis, so I have the ability to alter your perception of what's real. At what time did you think that I wasn't using my Kyoga Suigetsu?
Then these two idiots go straight for him. Boom, one shot. Boom, one shot. Then these two morons try jumping him, weave. Then he just slams the rest of them and watch their bodies drop. And then with the most devious grin, just sits there and laughs. To end it all off, these three pull up, and at this point, Aizen is just letting them hit him. He needs his power up to become the most powerful being in the verse. Then when he gets his power up, just goes, oh, thank you by the way. Boom, one shot. All three of them left in shambles. After he beats the bricks off of literally everybody that came across him, even his own subordinate tries to sneak him and hits him with his final attack, point blank, and takes the power for himself. Then Aizen out of nowhere just says, hey yo, that belongs to me. Then just teleports to him and one-shots him. Bro, the amount of no diffs and flexes and menace activities this man proceeds to do is beyond comprehension. And this is just the anime. That's not even in the manga. You gotta, if you want to experience this for yourself, go watch Bleach. Way better than people give it credit for. Also one of the big three. Just go watch it. That way you can get the full experience. I ended up recording this last bit on 2 separate days. So don't worry about the outfit change. Let's get back into it. Honorable mention! Now we have David versus Atom Smasher in the fight of the Cyberpunk Edgerunners finale. And at this point in the story, David has just gone full psycho, and he's in Atom Smasher's new mech that he was going to use. So it's only reasonable that Atom Smasher is the one who gets to take out David as a Cyber Psycho. The scene starts off with one of the characters saying that David needs to be stopped before he does even more damage to Arasaka. But then the other dude suggests that they use Atom Smasher, only to reveal that he's already there. While David's trying to save Lucy from Faraday, Atom Smasher just busts through the door and comes face to face with David, who's absolutely chromed out, right? Smasher's like, hey yo, who are you? Without hesitating, Atom Smasher just instantly blasts him into the stomach after David gets distracted by Faraday being evac by the trauma team. Then, just to flex, he goes, can you really afford distractions now? Bro really does not care about him, like, at all. This fight literally means zero, like, no, this fight literally means nothing to him. And honestly, dude, bro is just soloing the MC just because he can. But David momentarily gets away with Lucy and meets up with Rebecca and Falco so that he can save them too. And while they're all having this quick little reunion, I shouldn't be laughing at this. Boom! Adam Smasher shoots out of Arasaka and then just crushes Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca, dude, you did not deserve all that. Eventually, Adam Smasher just gets him back to a 1v1, where he just grabs David's arms and is just crushing his anti-gravity mechanics. Dude, he won't even let this man walk. Buddy is just insulting him the whole time. Oh, you rely on your anti-gravity crutches? You think you're special? Don't make me laugh. Like, bro, buddy, dude, what, like, David, what are you doing, bro? You're supposed to be the MC. Come on, dude. Now, minor spoiler for the ending of Cyberpunk. It ends with Falco taking Lucy away from the fight. It was David's last wish to protect her so that she could go to the moon and achieve her dream. But in all seriousness, no one even stood a chance against Adam Smasher. I hate him, like you're supposed to hate him, but he was just on demon timing that whole fight. Now, for this last one, I wanted to do something more new. That's like a more new anime. You know what I'm getting? You know the feeling I'm getting? So I chose a moment from newer, less popular anime called I Was Reincarnated as the Seventh Prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. Now that's a long title. I sincerely apologize, but for the footage of this episode, I sadly could not find any English dub, so we're just gonna use sub. Alright, however, literally in the first episode, this 10-year-old boy, who's just a magic nerd and only cares about reading, manages to sneak into the hidden library under the castle he's in. And at first, he kind of just ignores the flying book that's talking to him. But then the book says that it'll teach him ancient magic, which gets him very excited. And he decides to open the seal of the most powerful demon ever recorded in their history. So to start it off, this happens.
だからほら。
古代魔術だったな。国戦法だ。勉強になったか。
Right after that, he's like, okay, I mean, I guess, that was easy. Then the kid appears and is like, nice, that is a spell I've never seen. Could you show me more? And the demon just starts tweaking out. He's like, hey, yo, how the f? He just starts spamming all his attacks, and within all this, the kid is just sitting there and studying his technique. And I don't know what got into this kid, but right after this, he goes full psycho. Bro. And then he's like, I just want to feel how painful it is. Like, bro, what? Even the demon is like, oh, what the hell? And Bunny just blows it off him and licks his wound like a weirdo. And then the kid goes, bro, stop messing around. Hit me with your strongest move, bro. Even the demon is up here like, bro, this guy is tweaking. But he obliges and just starts charging up his final attack. All while the kid is just standing there taking mental notes and then says, I wish I could have learned those. And the demon just looks at him and is like, nah, man, I'm out of here. we gone, bro. And then runs into a barrier. And then this kid locked the demon inside the library with him. Dude, this is supposed to be the strongest demon in their history that's ever existed. And he is locked in there with him. Bro. Then the demon is like, okay, I'll fight. And then the kid goes, nah, that's boring. I seen your offensive magic. Let's see how good your defense is. And then he just completely one-shots him so easily. He cleans up the destroyed library into its normal state. And then the demon goes up to his feet and then starts bowing and calling him master. And then the demon absolutely glazes him. But the kid just goes, you're amazing, because you're not dead. My guy. Bro. And then he becomes his servant for the rest of the anime. Yeah. I mean, like, what else can you do? You got packed up by a 10-year-old, like, might as well. Unfortunately, that's going to wrap up the best no diffs in anime history, part 1. If you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment down below, and I'll get right on that. And if you feel like it, leave some of your favorite best no diff fights. I would love to watch. I'd love to watch those fights. These fights make me so happy. But if you want to watch some more serious stuff, check out our sub versus dub debate, where we go over what is the real answer of which one is better, sub or dub. Check it out. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and stay locked in, because I know I was for this entire video, because this was really fun to make. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.